Hello, everybody. It's Jansen here. I thought that I would put together a very quick but thorough tutorial on how to do Amazon FBA product research. It is one of the most requested topics that I get from people. People want to learn how to start selling their own products on Amazon, but they don't know how to go about it. They don't know how to verify or even discover products to sell with Amazon FBA. And it's a topic that causes a lot of confusion. A lot of people don't really understand the workflow, the type of things to be thinking about. So I thought I would put together a tutorial on the steps to follow, the initial steps to follow when you want to find products and quickly verify whether there could be an opportunity. So what I'm going to do is essentially show you on the spot how I go about doing product research, or the kind of method that I follow when using a tool called Helium 10. Helium 10 is basically a provider of numerous tools to help would-be and current Amazon FBA sellers. So I'll put a link for that in the description below. You can get 20% off for 6 months for a limited offer. So I'll put the way to get that instructions below this video. But let's just now start putting action into practice. Let's start doing some product research together. I'm going to show you the steps to follow when you're wanting to verify demand on Amazon and understand whether there might be. So on Amazon.co.uk, if you want to sell in the US, you go onto Amazon.com. The steps are the exact same. So head to whatever Amazon platform it is that you want to sell in. And a little tip from me in order to find potential products that have probably got quite a bit of demand is to click here where it says best sellers in the top left corner. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but Amazon has quite literally hundreds of categories that all of their products sit within. And all of these categories can be browsed very easily. So you click best sellers and then you'll get all of the main categories here on the left. And all you need to do is click into whichever category kind of piques your interest, I'd say. And as soon as you do that, you'll start then being able to drill down into subcategories and subcategories and so on and so on. So what we're going to do is click into home and kitchen. And just because I fancy it, let's click into bathroom. And at the same time as you're kind of clicking into all of these subcategories, you're being shown best sellers at the category level that you're at. So you already know that these products here that were being shown in order, those have got a lot of demand. And that is one of the first things that you absolutely must verify and understand when you're deciding on a product that you might want to sell with Amazon FBA. What we're trying to achieve with running an Amazon FBA business is finding a product that already has demand, but we can basically provide an improved solution to customers. So whenever you find a product that you want to sell, or you find a product idea that you want to sell, you must always verify that there's demand. And the good thing about this method that we're doing now is that we already kind of know that there's they are Amazon best sellers. If we dig down a little bit further, I'm actually going to go into bathroom furniture. I'm just quite intrigued to see what that is. Okay, so we can see a couple of options here, can't we? We've got suction hooks rather, makeup mirror, and that kind of looks about it, to be honest, in terms of the different types of products. So the next step to follow when you kind of find a product niche that you think looks interesting is to click into it, wait for it to load, and the first kind of thought process that's running through my mind is it something that I think is going to make a good Amazon FBA product? And the different things that I want to be thinking about are, is it going to be cheap to ship? We don't want something that's huge and bulky, and because of that costs a lot to ship, impacting profit. With this, it looks relatively small. Is it something that's going to be brandable? So can we put our own branding on it? And more importantly, do customers care that it's something that's brandable. Not every product, just because you can put a brand on it, is going to be valued by a customer, right? So my classic example is coat hangers or freezer bags, right? Even if you do a really good job of branding something like that, it's not really something that a customer is going to value or want to pay more for. So my second check that I always think of when verifying a product niche that I've just found is it something that a customer is really going to value if I create a really good brand? And with this, I actually think a makeup mirror, you could do probably a quite job, maybe like some sort of beauty brand. And now I'm kind of thinking more broadly. So perhaps you could go into makeup accessories or other accessories to help male and females apply makeup. So that's the second point. The third point that I want to understand or verify that it's not, we don't want something that's going to break easily or be fragile or anything like that. It is a mirror, but it's probably not one of those that's made of, very fragile glass and it's heavy. It looks like it's probably just a single plate of mirror material, whatever that is. So that's kind of past my initial checks. And the kind of next thing that I want to verify, or the next thing that you guys should verify when looking through any of the examples on Amazon is, are the current sellers doing a good job? Because if they're not and they're still selling, then there could be a good opportunity for you to come in, offer something different, offer something that's improved and steal their sales. And the thing that's kind of caught my eye here is I know that this product sells well because it was in Amazon's bestseller list. You saw how quickly it was to find this. We can also see it's a #1 bestseller. But the thing that's I've been thinking whilst running through this with you guys is the images are awful. Like, what is this? It's just not particularly compelling, is it? It's just pictures from each angle. And look how poor this branding is. If I wanted something like this, an LED cosmetic mirror, and I received this as a gift for Christmas, I think I would be a little bit disappointed. The branding, H&S, is very poor. The box just looks a bit cheap and tacky, and it's just not particularly compelling. I actually quite like this image here. I think it would be better if it kind of spoke about the features, but my initial impression is if this here is doing incredibly well. I'm going to have a look how it's doing at the moment. That quality with those images, those poor quality images, and let's have a look at the description. Yeah, I mean, look at this. This description is appalling. There's a lot of opportunity. So this description here, a rubbish logo, don't even know what the branding is, and there's no other branding apart from that, is there? They've just kind of got it here on the packaging, and the images within the description are identical to those up here. This is honestly, this is dreadful, and I'm actually surprised that this is doing so well. So as soon as you find a product niche that kind of ticks those initial boxes that we just ran through earlier, the first thing you'll want to do is verify the demand. We already know that the demand is going to be high because we've just got this idea from the bestseller list. But if you get, a different, you get an idea from another method, you need to follow these steps anyway, just to verify. So we've just run the Helium 10 X-ray tool. You can get the X-ray tool, the Chrome extension, for free. I will also put a link for that below this video. And in order to run it, once you've installed it on Chrome, you just press the little Helium 10 button here and press X-ray. Now, what this is showing us is how many sales this single seller is making from this poorly branded product, to be blunt. So what is the information it's telling us? It's telling us that they're selling it at $15.99. This is crazy. They are doing 4,800 sales, that's units a month, and they're making £77,000 of revenues every single month. And with this type of product, you're looking at, at least a 15% margin, could be 20% margin. So they're making, this is crazy, 10 to 15,000 pounds profit. That would be my guess. The Helium 10 tool will also tell you what Amazon for 96, how many reviews they've got, their rating score, which is a good way to understand routes to improve upon the product. Okay, so we've kind of verified that the demand there is huge. What I would say, guys, as a general tip from me is whenever you are looking at any product niche, you always want to see an amount of demand that relates to your earnings goal. So the way that I think about it is you want to see 3 times your monthly earnings goal at a minimum when you're running Helium 10. So if you want to earn £1,000 or $1,000 every single month from selling your products on Amazon, then you need to multiply that by 3. So 1,000 times 3, and then you need to see that as a minimum when it comes to verifying the revenue column. So we know immediately that this seller is way above making £1,000 or dollars. But this is kind of the second stage that you need to think about when verifying demand. So we've verified that this single seller is, making shed loads, but we want to make sure that at least 3 other sellers are doing that as well in the same niche. So what I would do is copy the name of the product, usually from the title, you can ascertain that. You then need to press where it says the category in the search bar, change that to all departments. Don't do a subcategory search because you'll end up getting results that may be incorrect or wrong. And then just paste in the best keyword. So we're just going to assume that is makeup mirror with light. We'll press it. You'll then want to do is just verify that all of the results are actually relevant. We can see our little friend there, H&S, and we can see other similar products have appeared. So we know that that was the right keyword to use. If you see a load of results that are irrelevant or just not the product at all, then you'll want to think a bit more carefully about the keyword that you've used. And usually the best clue to doing that is just by having a look in the title of all the other relevant listings that have appeared. But we can see that that keyword is correct. We've got very relevant listings here. So what you'll then want to do is run Helium 10 again. So you press the Helium 10 Chrome extension button, you press X-ray, and now this is the important step. So you wait for this to load. So we pressed the X-ray button. It's now loaded all the to press filter results, and then where it says hide sponsored products from results, you always need to do that. And what that will do is these listings here that have SP dotted throughout, it will remove those. SP is sponsored product, and the reason we want to remove those is because sponsored product listings are listings where the seller is paying to appear in the search result. So typically their sales won't be reflective of the niche as a whole. They'll distort the results because some of the day they're on page 1, other parts they're not. So we only want to see the organic results, right? So the listings that are there every single time a customer types in makeup mirror with light. So this is what the next step is in terms of verifying the demand and understanding whether it's a product that you should continue to verify and continue to consider selling. We've already kind of done a mini verification exercise where we understand that it is a product that we can private label, we can put our brand on it, and it's not going to break, and it's cheap to ship, and so on. And the next step is to verify that the niche as a whole, not just one single seller, has sufficient demand. So all of these results, let's just check once more, are indeed relevant, that all of these makeup mirror with lights. Now, remember, we need to see £3,000 or $3,000 for our £1,000 earnings goal. And look at that. We can see plenty of sellers are, can't we? Now, the next step that I would often take, just because we've got this Helium 10 toolbar open, is to just check that this type of product isn't seasonal or a fad. Now, there's no doubt at all that the sales of this niche have increased because it's Christmas. So, I'll expect what we don't want to see is sales of, I don't know, 0 throughout most of the year, apart from November. So in order to verify this, you can just click on some of the best sellers, this sales graph image here. Click that, and then we can just change it to 1 year. And what Helium 10 can rather cleverly do is show you what the sales have been throughout the past year. So you can see that the average, a lot of the time, is pretty good. So these sellers are, kind of doing 27 to 30 sales every single day. And then towards Christmas, that's when it really spikes. Now, when you are assessing demand, it's really important that you do this, because had you just looked at this niche now, forgetting perhaps, I don't know how, but forgetting that it's Christmas, you might be like, oh wow, I'm going to sell 170 units a day, when that's not the case. You need to be looking here at the average, and I would say, having looked at this seller, you could probably expect me making 20 to 30 sales a day, or that's how much they've done. So I would just have a quick look at a number of these just to make sure, or to verify, that it isn't seasonal or trending at all, and it isn't. And that's the next kind of step: verified. Now, one final thing that you want to quickly understand before you start looking up suppliers and understanding profitability is, are there many routes to improving upon the product offer? Now, that first listing that we looked at was awful, wasn't it? The quality of the listing was extremely poor. Now, if we go back into it, what I want to quickly do, just want to make sure, yeah, this is the same listing. What I want to do is just have a quick scan of the reviews, see what customers are saying, and see if customers improve the product. We always can kind of by having better branding, having better images, having a better listing in general. But can customers give us any other ideas? The review score is 4.3. There's plenty of one-star reviews. So there's a couple of ways of doing this, to finding, quick ways to discover what customers are moaning about. The first thing is to look through the one-star reviews, the two-star reviews, and so on, just by clicking this. So we can see a lot of these are talking about poor quality. But my favorite way, a much quicker way of doing this, is again using Helium 10. If you get the Helium 10 Chrome extension, I believe that this feature I'm about to show you now is free. You press Helium 10 button here, and then you press Review Insights. If you press Review Insights, where it says select filters, we want to go onto 1-star, we want to go onto 2-star, and we'll also want to go onto 3-star. So we just want to analyze the 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star reviews. Now that we've done that, we can go into review analysis, and here it's picking up basically all the most common phrases within the 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star reviews. So let's have a look. Someone said bright enough. Not bright enough. It's too dim. It's a good quality mirror, but lighting is poor. There you go. You've got some initial suggestions of what to do if you are to bring out a product such as this. So how long has this tutorial been? It's been, 15 minutes or so. We've already found a niche through looking through bestsellers. We know that it's got demand. We know that it's a product that is probably going to be valued by customers if it's branded, if you do a good job. And we can see numerous ways to improve upon the offer, can't we? We've got to find other ones here. So new batteries. What I'm thinking in my head is, people are talking about batteries here. Why not offer a rechargeable version, a portable and rechargeable version? Magnifying mirror, people say it fell off. Have better adhesive. There are tons of ways that you can find points to improve upon this offer, and we're only just scratching the surface when using Helium 10. So that is the tutorial to basically finding quick ideas using the bestsellers method. Remember, it's just this menu here, and is the tutorial on what to do as soon as you find a niche that you like the look of. Remember, you need to quickly verify that it's something that can be sold with Amazon FBA, in terms of it's lightweight, it's not going to break easily, it's brandable, and so on. And you need to verify that there's sales demand there. So if you have any questions on how to use Helium 10, if you have any questions on the methods I've just run through, let me know in the comments. And like I say, I will put a 20% voucher, 20% discount voucher for Helium 10 below this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this, guys. See you next time.